28 days on a cruise ship. What did this location really cost us?
Yeah, we spent about a month on the Holland America Westerdam. We left out of Seattle, we crossed the Pacific, and we circumnavigated Japan.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover our booking choices, our package inclusions, and I'm going to net it out to a booked fare breakdown. Then we will cover our credits and rebates, and then we will net that down to a net price per person per day.
And lastly, we'll provide an overview of how we could have saved some money if you're planning your own location. I'm Doug, this is Leah, and we are Go Travel Life.
So before we get started diving into the numbers, there's just two real quick things I want to cover. One is just our philosophy on travel for us in particular. And then Doug is going to cover the things that we did not include in our math and why, just so that you go into this eyes wide open what we're looking at. We prefer slowcation, not slow travel, because we don't tend to stay any place very long, but we tend to be gone for a while because we really like to get immersed in the culture, the food, get to really know a place if we can. Cruises give us that whole unpack once mentality that you hear all the time. You can, for Japan, seeing a country the first time, it was a great way to do it because you got a home base to come back to, and we really enjoy that. We are what I would call mid-range travelers. So if you're looking for ultra budget, that's probably not us, but we also don't do the owner suites. We may do an entry-level suite if the price is right and it includes things that we want, but we tend to be kind of the sweet spot for us is like a balcony cabin with the right benefits that make the cruise wonderful. And I think that does apply to the majority of cruisers these days, especially people who cruise the lines that we do. So with that said, for this particular cruise, I'm going to walk through all the numbers and everything, but we chose just a balcony cabin. We chose, the location was important to us, so we did pay a little bit more for the category upgrade because it was midship and we were doing in a lower floor and we were doing a Japan crossing, so we know the seas. We've been on some kind of crazy water things. So anyway, I'll let you cover what's not part of the math then.
So what's not included is mainly flights, for one, because people come from all over the world to embark on a cruise, and depending on where you're coming from, the cost of the flight is going to vary greatly. Also depending on if you like to fly economy or if you like to fly up front. Yeah. It's going to be different. We also didn't include the we didn't include the port day meals because, for one, we have some dietary restrictions and we like to eat on the ship whenever possible. Also, in Japan, those ramen meals were like $6. So, we didn't include that. I know when we were younger, we always kind of made fun of the people that rush back to the ship to have lunch and then go back out. But now we're those people. So
hotel as well.
So we don't spend a lot on food in ports. Hotel. We also hotels, pre-cruise hotels. We always stay at least one night. Sometimes we'll stay more. And we know a lot of people are the same. Some people may live in the same city that the cruise embarks from. So again, we didn't think it would be fair to include those numbers in our estimations.
All right, so let's dive in.
Okay.
All right, now on to the money slide. So as promised, the booked fare breakdown. So our fare for this cruise was $14,898. I want to cover what all that included. When we booked, we were early enough to get Hal's early booking bonus. We could have booked with nothing. We could have just cruise only, which would have been way less expensive. Yep. But we looked at the benefits, and I'm going to tell you the price of each that it costs to add it, just so you can do the math on your own. And it made sense for us to have it based on the benefits that we use. So first of all, it comes with premium Wi-Fi, which we do need for what we do. The normal cost of that for a 28-day cruise was $1,008 per person. The elite beverage package, so Hal has signature and elite. The elite beverage package would have cost $1,845 per person to be added separately.
To be upfront, we didn't drink that much alcohol, but
we wouldn't be here if we did.
But we thought it came with the early booking, so we were going to do a drink package either way because we do like to, have drinks with our cruise. So yeah. So that number, well, it's not included in the total here anyway, but
exactly, it's an inclusion in the fare that we had. We had 3 specialty dining reservations. We went to Pinnacle twice and Canaletto once. That was $112 in value per person. Prepaid gratuities that were part of the early booking bonus was also $476 value per person. And there is a $300 shore excursion credit. Now, we put Club Orange in here, and I have a whole separate video on Club Orange and the value to us, but I'll just very quickly explain. The reason that is in here is because by buying that $840 Club Orange, we saved almost $2,000 off the room that we wanted, which was balcony cabin, but it was where we wanted it. And with going across Pacific, as we said, we really felt like we needed that. Yeah. So I do have Club Orange in there. We spent an additional $713 on excursions. We used the shipboard credit, so this is in addition to that. We did 2 ship tours. There were 4 small group tours. We did 1 private, and then we did 6 ports on our own. And so the total cost then is $15,611. Kind of all in, this is what we spent. Yeah. So next up, we'll have Doug cover the credits.
So credit and rebates. This is the fun part of the equation.
Free money.
Onboard credit, we had a total of $675 that came from AARP, shareholder benefits, and American Express Platinum. What did we use that for? Mostly laundry. We did a lot of laundry. We probably did laundry every day. We go to the gym a lot.
It was a package.
Yeah, it was packaged. Why not? We just put it in there. It also included pressing. We did 1 shore excursion with that money, and I think that was it. I don't think we did any other specialty dining.
Tips to people.
Yeah. So plus we got, and our travel advisor gave us a rebate, a cash rebate. He wrote us a check for $500. So that's a total of $1,175 that we were able to take off the top.
Yeah. So before we go on to the net dollars signs, we can get it down to that per person per day. Just want to take a moment. YouTube has changed the way that it actually surfaces videos that you see unless you are subscribed to a channel. And being new creators, being small, if you're willing, it does not cost anything to subscribe and turn on notifications. Then when our new videos come out, you'll actually have an opportunity to see them in your feed and watch them if you want. Yeah. So we'd really appreciate that. So let's move on to net. Okay, so on to our net effective cost per person per day. So our base fare, the $14,898 plus $713 in excursions, would equal a $15,298 for the trip. You minus out our $675 OBC that was non-refundable. We needed to use it on things that we would have had to spend money on anyway, so we subtract the $675. We also subtract the $500 rebate from our wonderful travel advisor, and that gives us an effective cost of $14,436. Divide that out by the 28 days, and per person, it's about $257 per person per day. My belief for this kind of vacation to be right about the $500 a day, including everything.
Yeah, we think cruising is a great value. We're not trying to sell you a cruise.
No,
it's just our experience. We don't sell cruises.
No. But for the drinks included, the Wi-Fi, the entertainment, the meals. All your food is covered. Any more eating on $100 a day is pretty rare. So we think it's a good value, but we could have probably done it cheaper, and that's what's coming up next. Okay, so how could we have saved money on this cruise? Well, we could have done an inside cabin or an ocean view. No.
We could have done a guaranteed inside cabin.
No.
That would have saved a lot of money. So to break it down, an inside cabin with have it all early booking would have been $5,179 or $191 per person per day. Or we could have skipped Club Orange, because if we didn't pick the room that we picked, the Club Orange would have been a cost instead of a savings. We could have booked cruise only. Obviously, we could, if you don't drink or you don't need Wi-Fi, you can just choose cruise only, and that's going to save a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So let's take a look. An inside cabin with no packages would be $3,424. or $127 per person per day. That's a good deal. But again, that's kind of, we cruise the way we like to cruise, and it's a vacation for us, and we take advantage of it.
Yep.
You could have skipped laundry too. So you could have done, you can buy a bag of laundry periodically if you don't do laundry as much as we do. That would have saved, some money too. So there are several different ways that you can save money on these cruises.
And still take a
still
vacation.
have a great, have a great vacation.
Okay. So lastly, just to wrap things up, basically we had, for about $500 a day, we had transport across the Pacific. We went all the way around Japan, saw a brand new country for the first time. We visited well over 10 ports. Food, drinks, entertainment, all of that was covered. And so for us, in being able to travel, like I guess in the style that we enjoy, we actually found this to be a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and we're going to continue cruising.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.